Captain Zara Vega squinted at the pulsing red dot on her ship's navigation console. The Stargazer, her compact but resilient vessel, had been drifting through the uncharted fringes of the Andromeda galaxy for what felt like an eternity. Officially, she was on a routine exploratory mission for the Terran Alliance. Unofficially, Zara was searching for something far more personal: answers about her long-lost mother, who had vanished on a similar expedition 2 decades earlier. The red dot grew more insistent, pulling Zara from her reverie. Proximity alert chirped the ship's AI. Unknown celestial body detected. Zara's heart raced as she adjusted the viewscreen, revealing a shimmering, opalescent planet unlike anything she'd ever encountered in her years of space exploration. Curious, she murmured, her scientific mind already cataloging the planet's unique properties. Run a full spectral analysis and prep the landing gear. We're going in for a closer look. As the Stargazer began its descent, Zara couldn't shake the feeling that this mysterious world held the key to unlocking the secrets of her mother's disappearance. The ship pierced through layers of iridescent clouds, revealing a landscape that defied description. Crystal spires jutted from the ground, their facets refracting light in mesmerizing patterns. Vegetation pulsed with bioluminescence, casting an ethereal glow across the alien terrain. Zara guided the Stargazer to a smooth landing in a clearing surrounded by towering, translucent structures that seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy. Donning her exosuit, Zara stepped out onto the planet's surface. The air was thick and sweet, reminiscent of honeysuckle on a summer evening back on Earth. Her suit's sensors indicated a breathable atmosphere, but Zara kept her helmet sealed as a precaution. She'd barely taken 3 steps when a low, melodic hum filled the air, vibrating through her very bones. From the shadows of the crystal formations emerged a procession of beings that could only be described as regal, towering at least 9 feet tall. Their bodies were composed of what appeared to be living crystal, shifting and flowing like liquid glass. Atop their elongated heads sat intricate, crown-like structures that pulsed with inner light. Zara's translator struggled to decipher their communication, but one word came through clearly: Queens. The lead figure approached Zara, its crystalline form refracting the ambient light into a dazzling display. "Welcome, traveler," it spoke directly into Zara's mind, bypassing the need for verbal communication. "We are the Lumina, guardians of this realm. Your arrival has been foretold." Zara's scientific skepticism warred with her sense of wonder. "Foretold? I'm not sure I understand. I'm Captain Zara Vega of the Terran Alliance. I came here seeking." "We know why you have come, child of Earth," the Lumina Queen interrupted, her mental voice tinged with what Zara could only describe as amusement. "The one you seek passed through our realm many cycles ago." She left a message, knowing that one day her offspring would follow in her footsteps. Zara's breath caught in her throat. After years of searching, could she finally be close to uncovering the truth about her mother's fate? "Please," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I need to know what happened to her." The Lumina Queen extended a crystalline appendage, beckoning Zara to follow. "Come. We will show you the path she walked and the choices she faced. But be warned, young Spacefarer, the knowledge you seek may come at a great cost." As Zara followed the procession of alien queens deeper into their crystal city, she couldn't help but marvel at the advanced technology seamlessly integrated into the organic structures around her. Holographic displays flickered to life as they passed, showing star charts and cosmic phenomena beyond her wildest imagination. "Your mother was a pioneer," the lead queen explained, her thoughts resonating in Zara's mind. "She discovered the hidden pathways between galaxies, the very ones that led her and now you to our world. But with great discovery comes great responsibility." They arrived at a vast chamber, its domed ceiling a perfect replica of the night sky. In the center stood a shimmering hologram of a woman Zara recognized immediately: her mother, looking exactly as she had the day she left on her final mission. Zara's heart clenched as the hologram smiled warmly at her. "My darling Zara," her mother's voice echoed through the chamber. "If you're seeing this, it means you followed in my footsteps, just as I always knew you would. I'm so proud of the woman you've become and the explorer you are. But I need you to understand why I couldn't come home." The hologram flickered, showing scenes of cosmic wonders and terrifying dangers. "The universe is far more vast and complex than we ever imagined, Zara. There are forces at work beyond our comprehension, civilizations so advanced they appear as gods to us. I discovered a network of wormholes, pathways that could revolutionize space travel, but in the wrong hands, they could also bring about unimaginable destruction." Zara watched, transfixed, as the hologram continued. "The Lumina are the guardians of these cosmic crossroads. They offered me a choice: to return home with my memories wiped, unable to share what I'd learned, or to stay here and help protect the secret of the pathways. I chose to stay, Zara, not because I didn't love you, but because I believed it was the only way to keep all of humanity safe." Tears streamed down Zara's face inside her helmet as the reality of her mother's sacrifice sank in. The lead Lumina Queen approached, her crystalline form pulsing with empathy. Now you face the same choice, Zara Vega. Will you return to your people, your memories of this place erased, or will you join us as a guardian of the cosmic balance? Zara's mind raced. Everything she'd ever known, her career, her life back on Earth, it all paled in comparison to the magnitude of what she'd discovered. But could she really abandon her home, her friends, her entire species, to become part of something so much larger? There is a third option, another Lumina Queen interjected, her mental voice tinged with an emotion Zara couldn't quite place. You could attempt to bring this knowledge back to your people, to prepare them for the wider universe. But be warned, such an action could draw the attention of forces far beyond your ability to comprehend or combat. Zara closed her eyes, weighing the impossible decision before her. She thought of her father, who had never given up hope of finding her mother. She thought of her colleagues in the Terran Alliance, their narrow view of the cosmos now seeming quaint in comparison to what she'd learned. And she thought of the countless civilizations out there, unaware of the cosmic crossroads that the Lumina guarded. Opening her eyes, Zara met the gaze of the lead Lumina Queen. I need to know more, she said firmly. Before I can make a decision of this magnitude, I have to understand exactly what's at stake. Show me what my mother saw. Let me comprehend the forces we're dealing with. The Lumina Queens exchanged what Zara interpreted as approving glances. Wise beyond your years, the lead queen mused. Very well. Prepare yourself, Zara Vega. What you are about to experience may fundamentally alter your perception of reality. The crystal chamber around them began to shift and warp, the starry ceiling expanding until Zara felt as though she were floating in the vast expanse of space itself. Streams of energy, invisible to the naked eye but now blazingly apparent, crisscrossed the cosmos like a celestial web. These are the pathways, the Lumina Queen explained, corridors of spacetime that connect distant points in the universe. Some are natural formations, others artificially created by civilizations so advanced they can manipulate the very fabric of reality. Zara watched in awe as entire galaxies zipped past, connected by these shimmering threads. She saw worlds teeming with life forms beyond her wildest imagination, civilizations that existed as pure energy, and beings that dwelled in the hearts of stars. But then the vision darkened. Zara witnessed planets torn apart by forces unleashed through the misuse of the pathways. Entire species wiped from existence in the blink of an eye. Galactic empires rising and falling as they battled for control of these cosmic highways. This is why we must guard the secret, the Lumina Queen's voice resonated in Zara's mind. In the wrong hands, the pathways could upset the delicate balance of the universe itself. As the vision faded and Zara found herself back in the crystal chamber, she felt fundamentally changed. The scope of what she'd witnessed was almost too much for her human mind to process. She understood now why her mother had made the choice she did. I need time, Zara managed to say, her voice shaky. This isn't a decision I can make lightly. The Lumina Queens nodded in unison, their crystalline forms shimmering with understanding. Time flows differently here, the lead queen explained. You may take as long as you need to contemplate your path forward, explore our realm, speak with the other guardians, and search your heart for the truth of what you desire. Over the next few days, or was it weeks, time seemed fluid in this strange realm. Zara immersed herself in the world of the Lumina. She learned of their history as cosmic guardians, a role thrust upon them eons ago by even more ancient and powerful beings. She spoke with other alien species who had chosen to remain here, each with their own story of discovery and sacrifice. Zara also spent time with the holographic projection of her mother, learning about the years she'd missed and the incredible discoveries she'd made. It was a bittersweet reunion, filled with joy at their connection and sorrow at the physical distance that would always separate them. As Zara explored the Crystal City, she found herself drawn to the vast library of cosmic knowledge the Lumina had accumulated. Here, she studied the intricacies of the pathways, the delicate balance of energies that kept the universe in harmony, and the potential consequences of their misuse. She also learned of the threats that lurked in the darkness between galaxies, ancient, slumbering entities that could spell doom for entire civilizations if awakened. The Lumina, along with a coalition of other advanced species, worked tirelessly to maintain the cosmic balance and keep these threats at bay. One cycle, as Zara stood atop a crystal spire overlooking the shimmering landscape, the lead Lumina Queen approached her. You have learned much in your time here, Zara Vega. Do you feel ready to make your choice? Zara took a deep breath, her mind clear for the first time since she'd arrived in this realm. I think I am, she said softly. But I have a proposal, one that might offer a middle path. The Queen's crystalline form pulsed with curiosity. Speak your mind, child of Earth. We are listening. I choose to become a guardian, Zara began, her voice growing stronger with each word. "But not by remaining here in your realm. I want to return to Earth, to the Terran Alliance, with my memories and knowledge intact." The Lumina Queen's form flickered with concern, but Zara pressed on. "I won't reveal the existence of the pathways or the full scope of what I've learned. Instead, I'll work from within the Alliance, subtly guiding humanity's development and space exploration. I can help prepare my people for the wider universe, steer them away from dangerous discoveries before they're ready, and perhaps, in time, bring them to a point where they can join the coalition of guardians." The Queen was silent for a long moment, contemplating Zara's words. "Your proposal is not without risk," she finally said, "but it also offers great potential. You would be walking a difficult path, always apart from your own people, carrying knowledge you can never fully share." Zara nodded solemnly. "I understand the burden, but I also believe that humanity has the potential for greatness. With the right guidance, we could become valuable allies in maintaining the cosmic balance. And I'm not ready to say goodbye to my home forever." The Lumina Queen's form pulsed with what Zara had come to recognize as approval. "Very well, Zara Vega. We will grant you this chance, but know that we will be watching. If at any point we sense that the security of the pathways is at risk, we will not hesitate to intervene." "I understand," Zara said, feeling the weight of responsibility settling on her shoulders. "I won't let you or my mother down." The next few days were a whirlwind of preparation. The Lumina equipped Zara's ship with advanced cloaking technology and sensors that would allow her to monitor cosmic disturbances. They also implanted her with a special crystal that would allow for limited communication across vast distance. As Zara prepared to depart, she stood before the hologram of her mother one last time. "I'm so proud of you," her mother's image said, smiling warmly. "You're embarking on a journey far greater than I could have imagined for you. Remember, no matter how alone you may feel, you carry the wisdom of the cosmos within you now. Trust in that knowledge and in yourself." Tears streamed down Zara's face as she reached out to touch the hologram, her hand passing through the shimmering image. "I love you, Mom," she whispered. "Thank you for showing me the way." With a heavy heart but a determined spirit, Zara boarded the Stargazer. As the ship lifted off from the crystal planet, she watched the Lumina Queens gathered below, their forms shimmering in farewell. The planet's iridescent atmosphere parted, revealing the star-studded expanse of space. Zara plotted a course back to Earth, her mind already racing with plans. She would need to fabricate a cover story for her long absence, find a way to subtly influence the direction of the Terran Alliance's space program, and always stay vigilant for signs of cosmic disturbances that could threaten her home. As the Stargazer accelerated towards the depths of space, Zara felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. She was no longer just Captain Zara Vega of the Terran Alliance. She was now a guardian of cosmic secrets, a protector of universal balance, and a bridge between humanity and the vast, wondrous, and terrifying reality of the cosmos. The journey ahead would be long and fraught with challenges. But as Zara gazed out at the starfield before her, she felt ready to face whatever the universe had in store. For in the realm of the alien queens, she had discovered not just the fate of her mother, but her own destiny among the stars. As the Stargazer cruised through the inky void of space, Zara's mind raced with the enormity of the task ahead. The familiar constellations of the Milky Way began to take shape on her view screen, a sight that once filled her with comfort but now seemed to represent the limited scope of humanity's understanding. Zara knew she couldn't simply waltz back into Terran Alliance headquarters with tales of alien queens and cosmic pathways. She needed a plan, a way to gradually influence humanity's trajectory without raising suspicion or causing panic. As she approached the outer reaches of the solar system, she began to formulate her strategy. First, she would need to account for her extended absence. The Lumina had provided her with technology to manipulate her ship's logs, making it appear as though she had been caught in a temporal anomaly that stretched her 2-month mission into 2 years from Earth's perspective. It wasn't a perfect explanation, but it was plausible enough given the unpredictable nature of deep space exploration. As Zara navigated through the Kuiper Belt, she rehearsed her debriefing in her mind. She would speak of strange phenomena observed in distant galaxies, of energy readings that defied current scientific understanding, just enough to pique the interest of the Alliance's top researchers, but not enough to reveal the true scope of what she had learned. The familiar blue marble of Earth grew larger on her view screen, and Zara felt a sudden pang of emotion. This was home, the world she had sworn to protect, not just from external threats, but from its own premature advancement. How could she look her fellow humans in the eye, knowing the secrets she now carried? As the Stargazer entered Earth's atmosphere, Zara took a deep breath, steeling herself for what was to come. The ship touched down on the landing pad at Terran Alliance headquarters, and she could already see the crowd of officials and scientists gathering to greet her. Straightening her uniform and putting on her most convincing smile, Zara stepped out of the airlock. A barrage of questions hit her immediately. Captain Vega, where have you been? Why were you out of contact for so long? What did you discover out there? Zara held up her hands, projecting an air of calm authority. Please, one at a time. I promise I'll explain everything in the debriefing. It's been a long journey. As she was ushered into the debriefing room, Zara caught sight of a familiar face, her father, Dr. Elias Vega, pushing through the crowd. The look of relief and joy on his face almost broke her composure. How could she not tell him the truth about his long-lost wife? The debriefing lasted for hours. Zara carefully navigated the questions, providing just enough information to satisfy curiosity without revealing anything truly revolutionary. She spoke of spatial anomalies, of strange energy signatures that hinted at undiscovered physical laws. When pressed for specifics, she cited the need for further analysis of her ship's data. I believe, she concluded, looking each member of the Alliance board in the eye, that we've only scratched the surface of what's out there. We need to approach further exploration with caution and a broader perspective. As the debriefing ended and the room began to clear, Zara's father approached her, tears in his eyes. Zara, my God, we thought we'd lost you too, he said, pulling her into a tight embrace. Zara hugged him back, fighting to keep her own tears at bay. I'm okay, Dad, really. There's so much I want to tell you, but not here. Not now. Over the next few weeks, Zara reintegrated into life at the Alliance headquarters. She spent long hours in the lab, ostensibly analyzing data from her mission, but in reality, laying the groundwork for the subtle influence she planned to exert. She introduced the concept of cosmic string theory, a carefully constructed hypothesis that hinted at the existence of the pathways without revealing their true nature. She suggested new protocols for deep space exploration, emphasizing caution and the need for more advanced sensor technology. In quiet moments, Zara found herself gazing up at the night sky, feeling the weight of the crystal implant the Lumina had given her. Sometimes, she could swear she heard whispers, fragments of communication from distant guardians, reminding her of her greater purpose. One night, as she stood on the observation deck of the Alliance's orbital station, Zara's father joined her. You've changed, sweetheart, he said softly. I can see it in your eyes. Whatever happened out there, it was big, wasn't it? Zara turned to him, seeing the mixture of concern and curiosity in his expression. In that moment, she made a decision. She couldn't tell him everything, but perhaps she could share a part of her burden. Dad, she said, her voice barely above a whisper, what I'm about to tell you has to remain between us. But I think I found out what happened to Mom. As Zara began to speak, carefully omitting the most fantastic elements of her journey, she felt a sense of relief wash over her. She wasn't alone in this. And as humanity took its first tentative steps towards a greater cosmic awareness, Zara Vega would be there, a silent guardian, helping to shape the destiny of her species among the stars. The story of the alien queens and the cosmic pathways was far from over. In fact, for Zara, it was just beginning. As she looked out at the glittering expanse of space, she felt a mix of anticipation and resolve. The universe was vast and full of wonders, but also dangers beyond imagination. And she, Zara Vega, former captain and now secret cosmic guardian, would do everything in her power to ensure that humanity was ready to face whatever awaited them in the depths of space. As the years passed, Zara's influence within the Terran Alliance grew. Her cosmic string theory gained traction among the scientific community, leading to new avenues of research and technological development. She carefully guided these advancements, ensuring they progressed in a direction that would eventually prepare humanity for the truth of the cosmic pathways, while avoiding any premature discoveries that could attract unwanted attention from more advanced civilizations. Zara's father, now the only person on Earth who knew a fraction of the truth, became her closest confidant and ally. Together, they worked to subtly steer humanity's space exploration efforts, emphasizing the importance of diplomatic first contact protocols and the need for caution in exploring unknown phenomena. As decades went by, Zara noticed that she wasn't aging at the same rate as her peers. The crystal implant given to her by the Lumina seemed to be having an unexpected side effect, slowing her aging process significantly. This both relieved and saddened her. She would have more time to guide humanity, but she would also outlive many of those she cared about. 50 years after her return from the realm of the alien queens, humanity made its first official contact with an alien species, a peaceful race of methane breathers from a nearby zone. Zara watched with pride as the diplomatic team she had helped train navigated the delicate first conversations, establishing a foundation for interstellar cooperation. As Earth's influence spread throughout the local star cluster, Zara continued her work from the shadows. She had long since stepped down from her official role in the Terran Alliance, but her reputation as a visionary scientist ensured that her recommendations were still highly valued. 100 years into her mission, Zara received a signal through her crystal implant the Lumina were calling. In a secluded laboratory, surrounded by technology far beyond what was publicly known to exist on Earth, Zara activated the communication device. The crystalline form of the Lumina Queen shimmered into existence before her. Zara Vega, the familiar mental voice, resonated in her mind. You have done well. Humanity has progressed far more peacefully and responsibly than we had dared to hope. Zara felt a surge of pride, but also trepidation. Thank you, she replied. But I sense there's more to this communication than just praise. The Lumina Queen's form pulsed with what Zara had learned to recognize as grave concern. You are correct. A great threat looms on the horizon, one that will require humanity to take its place among the cosmic guardians far sooner than we had anticipated. As the Lumina explained the nature of the threat, an ancient, malevolent force awakening in the space between galaxies, Zara felt a mix of fear and exhilaration. The moment she had been preparing for over the past century had finally arrived. It's time, Zara said, her voice filled with determination. Time for humanity to learn the full truth and to take its place in the greater cosmic community. The Lumina Queen nodded, her crystalline form shimmering with approval. We trust in your judgment, Zara Vega. Guide your people well. The fate of not just your world but countless others may rest on the choices made in the coming days. As the communication ended, Zara took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders. She had spent 100 years laying the groundwork for this moment. Now it was time to reveal the truth about the realm of the alien queens, the cosmic pathways, and humanity's destined role as guardians of universal balance. Zara stepped out of her secret laboratory and made her way to the central command of the now sprawling Terran Alliance headquarters. As she walked, she felt the weight of history on her shoulders, but also a sense of readiness. Humanity had come so far, and she had helped guide them every step of the way. She entered the main conference room, where the highest-ranking officials of the Alliance were gathered. All eyes turned to her as she stepped up to the podium, her ageless features a testament to the incredible journey she had undertaken. Ladies and gentlemen, Zara began, her voice clear and strong. I have a story to tell you. A story that begins in the realm of the alien queens and stretches across the vastness of the cosmos. What I'm about to share will change everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe. But I promise you this: by the end of my tale, you'll understand that humanity is ready. Ready to face the greatest challenge we've ever encountered, and ready to take our place among the stars. As Zara began to speak, revealing the truth she had guarded for so long, she felt a sense of completion. Her journey had come full circle. From a curious explorer venturing into unknown space to a hidden guardian of cosmic secrets, and now to the herald of a new era for humanity. The realm of the alien queens had changed her life forever, setting her on a path she could never have imagined. And now, as humanity stood on the brink of a new chapter in its cosmic journey, Zara Vega knew that her greatest adventure, and that of her entire species, was just beginning. As she concluded her revelation, the room sat in stunned silence. Then, slowly, questions began to pour in, minds racing to comprehend the vastness of what had been shared. Zara answered each inquiry patiently, her centuries of knowledge and experience shining through. In the days and weeks that followed, humanity grappled with the monumental revelations. There was fear, certainly, but also an overwhelming sense of purpose and unity. The people of Earth realized that they were part of something far greater than they had ever imagined. Preparations began in earnest. Armed with the knowledge Zara had safeguarded for so long, scientists and engineers made leaps in technology that would have seemed impossible just months before. Diplomatic channels were opened with other guardian species, forging alliances that spanned the cosmos. And as the first human ships prepared to venture out along the cosmic pathways to face the awakening threat, Zara stood on the observation deck of humanity's greatest starship. She thought of her mother, of the Lumina Queens, of all those who had guided and shaped her journey. A young captain approached her, eyes shining with a mixture of anticipation and nervousness. Ambassador Vega, she said, we're ready for your final briefing before departure. Zara smiled, placing a reassuring hand on the captain's shoulder. Remember, she said softly, no matter what wonders or terrors we face out there, we carry the spirit of humanity with us. Our curiosity, our resilience, our capacity for growth and understanding, these are our greatest strengths. As the briefing concluded and the ship prepared for its historic journey, Zara felt a sense of peace wash over her. She had fulfilled her promise to the Lumina, to her mother, and to herself. Humanity was taking its first true steps into the cosmic community, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The great starship hummed to life, cosmic pathways opening before it like shimmering ribbons of light. Zara watched as Earth grew smaller in the viewscreen, a blue jewel cradled in the vastness of space. But she felt no sadness, only a profound sense of hope and purpose. For in the end, the realm of the alien queens had not just been a place of discovery and wonder. It had been the beginning of humanity's greatest journey, a journey that would take them to the very edges of the universe and beyond, as guardians, explorers, and custodians of the cosmic balance. As the ship accelerated into the unknown, Zara Vega, once a lone spacefarer and now the bridge between humanity and the cosmos, smiled. The adventure, she knew, was only just beginning.